do we go on with this useless love affair when it seems to me that you don't really care? I realize now that nothing is new. Time to live my life without you.
Cracking tune, Bell Stars, Sign of the Times. Of course, members of the all-female two-tone group, the Body Snatchers, went on to form the Bell Stars when they decided to quit, call it a day. Yeah, hello there. Welcome back to another video today. This is a competition entry. Martin Parrott, the vinyl Scavenger, he's started a competition up. Some of it's based around music sampling. Call it plagiarism if you want. Come up with 4 questions. Some of it might take a bit of thinking about, but if a stupid old fool like me can do it, anybody can. I'll put a link to his channel competition in the description. Get on over and have a look, and thumbs up, and why not subscribe, and why not have a go yourself? It doesn't cost you anything to have a go, does it? So yeah, James Griffiths has just posted a entry, so I'll have a look at that in a bit. In the meantime, my entry on now, I haven't got the best of memories, so I'm going to try and remember the questions off the top of my head. If I get things wrong, well, it's hardly surprising. So anyway, yeah, the first question, if I remember right, show a CD, record, something that's been sampled, perhaps using a TV advert, plagiarised, whatever you want to call it. I've got this. There's not many I could, well, there's probably more records in the collection I can think of that have been used and sampled, etc. But this one came to me straight away. Let's put that sleeve over there. Sugar Babes. It's a 12-inch single. Freak Like Me. Back cover. Let's have a look at the label. You all like to see a label, don't you? Well, not a lot to see on there. Yeah, lovely young ladies. Yeah, so Sugar Babes, Freak Like Me. If you don't know, it heavily samples that. Our Friends Electric, Two-Way Army, of course, with Gary Newman. There's the back. It's on the Beggar's Banquet label. I don't know if you can see that okay. Yeah, this is actually the very first record I ever purchased. The very first record I actually purchased with my own earned money, pocket money, you call it allowance over there in America, Canada. Yeah, this is the actual record. Absolutely loved the Two-Way Army. Bit of a wow moment when I heard this. Yeah, absolutely loved them. Of course, Gary Newman started recording under his own name. Fantastic songs. This one, Cars, I Die, You Die, We're Glass, Music for Chameleons. But yeah, that's my answer to the first question of Martin's. Sugar Babes, Freak Like Me, heavily samples that. Our Friends Electric by the Two-Way Army. Fantastic, fantastic song. And that's a real catchy number as well. I really, really like that. Great effort by them. Not a band I sort of heavily get into, but yeah, that's a great tune. And the next question was your best vinyl scavenge. it's a record I don't actually own, because within about 10 minutes of finding it, this was at a car boot sale a few years ago. I'll tell you what the record was. It was Back in Black by AC/DC. I was with the missus and the daughter, and we'd been around the whole of the car boot sale. And there was one stall, Eastern European chap. He had a load of records. He had junk on the table and the usual car boot fodder. He had a great big cover matting on the floor, piles of records in all disarray and all over the show. And the missus said, well, you know, we're heading back to the car. Why don't you just have a quick rummage through there? There might be something you like. And within seconds of starting, picked up a sleeve. I can't remember if it had lyrics on it or pictures or whatever. The inner sleeve, and the record inside was Back in Black by AC/DC. And I don't mind a bit of AC/DC music and that. Yeah, my eyes sort of lit up. And I thought, well, hang on, if I just have another quick rummage around, I might find the outer sleeve. And again, within seconds, there it was. And I thought, oh God, he's going to ask silly money for this. The record was in good nick. The sleeves were in good condition. And I kind of got up and sort of held them. So I tried to pull a fast one. I kind of held the sleeve and the record within the inner sleeve, sort of blocking it, thinking he ain't gonna ask to have a look, or, you know, does he know what he's doing, sort of thing. I might get this on the cheap. How much is this, mate? 20 pence. My God, I got my hand in my pocket straight away. I pulled out a 50 pence piece. Here, mate, I ain't bothered about the change. You keep it. I got away from there as quick as I could before he bloody changed his mind. And yeah, my God, I was a smug git and a grin like a Cheshire cat. And yeah, we're sort of heading back to the car, and we bumped into a couple of family friends who visit the same car boot sale every so often. And one of them's a music lover. He buys records, you know. Classic rock is his sort of thing, I suppose. Anything interesting, Nick? What you got? I showed him. Oh wow! How much did he charge you for that then? He was expecting me to say 10 quid, something like £10, 20 pence. And look on his face, and why do I never find these sort of things? Or it's just luck, sheer luck. And I knew he was a big fan of them. And okay, I like the record. I've got the CD somewhere. I said to him, do you want it? You know, you can have it. And you're probably thinking, well, you stupid fool. He says, well, I'll do you a swap if you want. He says, I'd love it. I said, yeah, but I ain't bothered. It's only 20p. I mean, I can live without it, you know. And I'm a big Who fan, and we ended up eventually swapping it for that. And you're thinking, well, he got the better part of the deal. Well, perhaps he did. I ain't bothered. It's not all about, you know, keeping it all for yourself. You know, there's VCLT and all that sort of malarkey, and he's a friend, and he'd probably play it more than what I would anyway. So, you know, I was happy to do somebody a favour. And I got a Who album. I loved the Who. So there you go. That's my greatest ever vinyl scavenge for 20 pence. Back in Black, AC/DC. And I felt good. I did somebody a favour, you know. Third question. Something you'd like to hear sampled, etc. more of that. More, and I'll show you. I've got a couple of samples of ska records here. Most people know I do love my ska, two-tone, skinhead reggae and that. More sampling of stuff like that. I got that last weekend. I haven't even played it yet. It's still in the shrink wrap. I went to get a Madness record. It's only just been released on vinyl for the first time ever, I do believe. And that was, the album's called Wonderful by Madness. They did have a copy in there, but somebody had been there about an hour and a half or so before me and brought it. And I saw the Wet Leg album that Steve Whitty had shown on his channel. I went and listened to it via YouTube after watching his video. Brilliant, absolutely love it. And it's the band of the moment, I think, and the album a lot of people are talking about. I'm not going to say everybody's talking about it because I hate that bloody phrase and saying. And I thought, well, shall I buy that? And as I was flicking through other stuff, I came across that Specials Ghost Town record. I do have it on 7-inch single, but I wanted that as well. So I ended up walking out with that. But I'll get the Wet Leg one eventually because it's brilliant. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. So yeah, more sampling of stuff like that. There's another one in the shrink wrap, Skinhead Moonstomp, Simmerip. 1970, I think, was originally released. This is a reissue. Two-tone ska, skinhead reggae, and that lends itself to sampling. This is I've got two examples of it here. This was a total blind buy from back in the day, Longsy D. This is ska, scattered sort of dub mix. Absolutely brilliant driving ska beat tune. Total blind buy for me back in the day. I only picked it up because of the This Is Ska bit. It sounded intriguing and interesting. And I remember the bloke in the record shop, it was up on the wall. He said, do you want me to play it for you? You can have a listen to it before you buy. I said, no, that'd be all right. I'll take it home and play it. And if I don't like it or whatever it is, I'll give it to a friend of mine or charity shop or whatever. Paid me money, took it home. Brilliant, absolutely love it. Again, I think I'll put a link to this one in the description. So yeah, and the other one with samples on it, ska, the Beatmasters on the it's a double A sided type affair. Ska Train. I did try looking into the samples. I did find them, the originals, on the old laptop, and I did write them down to sort of mention in the video, but I've lost a bit of paper with it all on, and I can't be asked to go through it all again. But yeah, the Beatmasters, the A side, Hey DJ, I Can't Dance to That, and don't really care for that, a lot of that sort of stuff. Pop stuff of the 90s, I think it was. No, this is 1989 actually. But yeah, sampled one, Ska Train, another great sort of driving beat. So yeah, more of that ska, skinhead reggae, two-tone sampling, please. Martin, why not have a go yourself if you feel that way inclined? Last question, Black and White record, CD, photo, etc. Black and White. I immediately thought of this one. Black and White by the Stranglers. This is my battered old copy. Even the inner sleeve with the lyrics on is black and white. I'm not going to pull it right out because the sleeve's not in particularly good condition, and it's the right pain in the onions to get back in properly. But yeah, I think this originally came with a free 7-inch single in white vinyl. I don't have it. I could get hold of it, but yeah. Black and White by the Stranglers. something else black and white, couldn't really let it go. Dance Craze, soundtrack to the film, the same name, the two-tone film, some black and white photos on the back. And of course, let's get this out quick. You're already probably bored to death as it is. Oh, they're going to fall all on the bloody floor. Famous black and white two-tone label. One of the greatest British labels of all time. Two-tone. And yeah, finally, how about a book? Black and white, two-tone, before, during and after. Great read, great reference book as well if you want to get into the music and learn more about the bands. Who's the author? Lee Morris. Yeah, sorry Lee. Yeah, this is the Bible. Everything you need to know about two-tone and the ska bands before they became famous on the label, what they were doing during that period and what happened to them afterwards. I'm not sure if it's still available on the likes of Amazon. The bloke is on Facebook and that. If you're interested, I'll try and find out if there's any more going. $9.99, might be cheaper. You can get him to autograph it. Let's see what anything you can see here. There's some black and white pictures, madness now. Like I say, a great reference book, all about the two-tone label, two-tone bands. Great interesting read as well. So yeah, that's my entry to Martin Parrott, the Vinyl Scavenger, his sample competition. I'll put a link to it as well in the description. Go on over and have a look at his videos, like, subscribe, thumbs up, you know, the usual. Why not have a go yourself? Like I say, it doesn't cost you a penny to have a go. Get on in there, you never know, you might win. Okay, bless you for watching. I'll get all this edited and up within the hour or so. I'm going to go and watch James Griffith's Century, another great channel here in the VC. Fantastic chap. Bless you again for watching. Cheerio. Bye for now.